Hello everyone, in today's video, I'm gonna take the line graph from Cambridge IELTS 15 as an example to show you 3 common mistakes you may make when describing a line graph. Let's look at the question first. So this graph is about the number of visitors to an island. The first line is about the total number of visitors. The second line is about the number of visitors who stayed on the island. The third line is about the number who stayed on cruise ships. So the first mistake you may make is only describing the trends of these 3 lines, like they increased, decreased, or remained stable, but not comparing these lines at all. Remember, the question says make comparisons where relevant. You need to compare which line had bigger figures. For example, after you finish your introduction paragraph, you'll write your overview paragraph, which is the second paragraph of your essay. In your overview, you will definitely summarize the general trends of the line representing the total number, right? Overall, the island's total visitor count went up steadily almost every year over the 7 years. Here, because you've already said the total number increased, you don't need to say these 2 also increased. And it's actually not very accurate to say the on-island figure increased over the 7 years. So what you should do is to compare which line had bigger figures. You see, the on-island figure was bigger than the cruise ship figure before 2016, right? But from 2016 on, the cruise ship figure was actually bigger than the on-island figure. Starting in 2016, more visitors stayed on cruise ships than on the island. Before that, the reverse was true. You see, this is a comparison. I used more than to make the comparison. The second mistake many students make is not using a variety of linking words. A lot of students just use the linking word then again and again when describing a line graph. Like the total number of visitors increased and then remained stable and then increased again. So apart from then, you can also use until or before. For example, when describing the line representing the total number in your details paragraph 1, you can say the total number of arrivals on the island went up gradually from 1 million in 2010 to roughly 2,750,000 in 2015. It then stayed at this level in 2016 until it rocketed to 3,500,000 in 2017. Or before rocketing to 3,500,000 in 2017. The third common mistake is describing every single trend in the graph. Please note the question only asks you to report the main features. This is to say if you go into too much detail, you will actually lose marks. For example, when describing the on-island figure, a lot of students say it first remained stable and then went up and then remained stable and then decreased and then increased. A big no-no. What you should do is to group similar trends together. For example, don't say it remained stable from 2013 to 2015. Say it remained stable from 2013 to 2017 instead. 2016 was just an exception. This is how I would describe this line in my details paragraph 2. The volume of tourists who stayed on the island stood at about 750,000 in both 2010 and 2011. It then went up consistently before reaching a plateau of 1,500,000, which lasted from 2013 to 2017, except for a small dip in 2016. Please pay attention to how I described the 2013 to 2017 plateau and the 2016 exception. Also note the linking words I used. I will add except for here. Now let's try to avoid these 3 mistakes when we describe the cruise ship figure in our details paragraph 3. I will first say there were far fewer tourists staying on cruise ships in 2010 at only around 250,000. I'm making a comparison here by using the word fewer. And then I would say after some fluctuations over the following 2 years, the number started climbing steadily, overtaking the number of those staying on the island in 2016 and reaching 2 million in 2017. Please note that I didn't say it increased and then decreased. That would be too detailed. I used the fluctuations instead. I didn't use and then, I used the linking word after this time. I will put it here. Also note the verb overtake. By using overtake, I'm telling the examiner cruise ships have bigger figures from 2016 on. It's a comparison. That's it. These are the 3 most common mistakes students make when describing a line graph. If you guys like this content, I've got a whole bunch more writing task 1 videos like this on my channel. So make sure you click on the subscribe button to subscribe and turn on notifications so when the new videos come out, you get them right away. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you on the next video.